in the previous tutorial, we have learned about a list and we perform a number of methods on the list. Methods are used to perform an operation on the list or on a data type, such as adding a new values, removing a new values, and so false, like what we did in the previous lecture and tutorial. So, in a list, items are immutable, which means we can add an item to the list. Like after we have created a list like Perino Garang, this list here, like Perino Garang, we can remove it using methods. So that is about list. So here again, we are going to look at tuples. Tuple is the same like a list, but it only has a little difference. Tuple are also used to store multiple items in a single variable. Tuple is one of the 4 built-in data types in Python that are used to store collection of data, unlike the other 3. So tuple is immutable, or it is immutable, yes. We can change items of the tuples. So I'm going to again make a tuples of names. Leaf name, I'm going to make a tuple of name. And before to define a list, we use a square bracket. So in this case, to define a tuple, we just need to use parentheses. Now we have defined a tuple, and if we are to print the type, and if we are to print the type of it, you would see here it's called tuple. So this is an empty tuple. So let me just add an item to it, such as Perino Garang. I'm just again going to put the same name we have used earlier, Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk. And if I print them, you would see here they are printed just the same way the list works. But in this case, items in tuple are immutable. So let me say I don't know anything what to do again. But from the previous lecture, we have just learned how we can index things. So if I just try the same thing that we did on the list, such as a square bracket here, square bracket is used for indexing. Doesn't mean if we use list, then they should be using list. They should be all the same for throughout the Python programming language. Indexing should only use a square bracket. So I'm just going to put one here, which is pointing to the second because it starts from 0. Just let me use the other one here and remove the first one. And now if I print it, you should see it's pointing to Zuckerberg, which is the same way like we did it in the list. So with the Python have only the same way of programming. So if you understand one part of Python, you can just apply the same knowledge throughout any Python programming and it should work. And if we also do check length, if we also check the length of it, the same way we did it in list, it should also work, which is 3. Now, so far you have understood that there are no differences at all. So we can not change the item like we did in the list, just applying those methods. So let me say here, I want to change something, such as in the names, because we know before we just used indexing, which is the second item, and I'm going to assign it the value such as Joe Biden. And now in list it works, but in tuple we should get an error, which means tuple object does not support assignment, which means we cannot assign a values to them. That is the only difference. So if you want to deal with the data that are immutable, then you just use tuple instead of using list. But please, I'm not going to explain that further. Just whatever you have learned in the list before, it work on this one, only it is immutable, but other features work fine. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to this channel and also recommend your friend to subscribe and also like this video to show YouTube algorithm that you're enjoying, and this will help this video reach so many other people as well.